Hey Ava, I'm making a quick video to answer your question. So I posted the picture you sent me right here, and I have actually gone back to your 171 notebook from last year. So if you still have these notes, you could look at lesson 8 on partial fraction decomposition, or just look at this screen here. So and no matter what we're doing, if we're doing partial fraction decomp, we first have to start by completely factoring the denominator. So notice in all of these problems, the denominator is completely factored. So starting over here, when this denominator is completely factored, each one of these factors are linear. They're all linear. So because they're all linear, all of these have degree 1, all of the denominators. So I put all of those degree 1 denominators down there. And in the numerator, in front of all of those, I put something that has degree 0. Well, degree 0 just means constant, because degree tells you what the power of x is. If the power of x is 0, it's just 1, it's just a constant. So in the numerator, I put degree 0 things, just constant terms. And that's what we've been doing with these linear factors. It's a little different right here with type 2. If you look at the denominator in type 2, yes, this x minus 8 is linear. This x plus 1 is linear, but it is repeated. It's repeated twice because it's squared. So because these both say linear, I know that in all my numerators, I'm going to have degree 0 things, because linear is degree 1. So I'm going to drop down 1 degree in the numerator and put something that's degree 0. So I'm going to put a coefficient, a constant. But because this was repeated for the blue factor, I have to put an x plus 1 to the 1, and I have to put an x plus 1 to the 2. You see the same kind of theme show up down here. 2x plus 3 is linear, but it's repeated. So we started at 1, 2, 3, and go up to 4. Because it was linear, degree 0, degree 0, degree 0, degree 0. So let's go back and look at what you sent me. Your denominator is already completely factored. This is not linear. That x squared plus 2 is quadratic. But it is also repeated. So let's take that in 2 steps. Because it was quadratic, what you put in the numerator up here needs to be something linear. Because quadratic is degree 2, you go to the numerator and you put something of degree 1, just like cx plus d and ax plus b. Those are degree 1. Because it was repeated, you started off with degree 1 and then you jump it up to degree 2. So I hope that cleared it up more. It depends on 2 things. It depends on if it was linear, quadratic, cubic, so on and so forth. And then it also depends on whether or not it was repeated. Because because the factor you have down here is quadratic with that x squared on the inside, that's why we're putting these lines in the numerator, degree 1 lines in the numerator. Let me know if that makes a little bit more sense, Ava.